Alright, hello. This is my deck profile of Morphtronics. I think it's a fairly old deck, but I like the deck. It's not really good if you open bad, but that's like most decks. But if you open with the right cards, or you're incredibly sacky, you can make like bad hand into good hand. So start out the deck. You have three Morphtronic Self-On. And what Self-On does is in attack position, you roll a die, and depending on the number you get, you check the top cards, and you can special summon one level 4 Morphtronic monster. Next is Morphtronic Scopin. Scopin is one of the key cards to the deck. It helps you get your Power Tool Dragon or any any level 7 Synchro monster. It's a level 3 tuner, and when it's in attack position once per turn, you can special summon one level 4 Morphtronic monster. Next is Morphtronic Boomboxin. He's another pretty good card. He's a backup card, kind of. I mean, one, he's level 4, and when comboed with Baradin, you can make some nice plays. What it does is when attack position, it can attack twice, and it's 1200 base. So, it's not that good by itself, but when you use with like equip spells and stuff, it becomes pretty deadly. And next up is Morphtronic Radion. What he does is in attack position, Morphtronic monsters gain 800 attack. So if you have him in a Boomboxin, you have a 2000 attacker that can attack twice. So in essential, it's kind of like a Blade Armor Ninja, kind of. Next is Morphtronic Staplin. Now what Staplin does is while in attack position, your opponent cannot select the monster as an attack target, and if this card is destroyed by battle, the monster that destroyed this card loses 300 attack. Now that's really good because you could like equip it with like equip spells and then make it like really beefy or something, and then your opponent has to attack it. And last is one Morphtronic. Sorry for the glare. One Morphtronic Slingin, and what his effect is when in attack position, once per turn you contribute one Morphtronic monster except Morphtronic Slingin to destroy one card on the field. I only tech him because I feel like 2 would be too many, and I don't like 3 Staplin, I like 2. And yeah, these are just extra 4s for like scoping, but they have decent effects like for backup and stuff. And the next card, let me move that, is Morphtronic Baradin. And what he does is while attack position, other Morphtronic monsters can attack your opponent directly. Now, he's comboed with Boomboxin. You can like attack twice, and when you have like Radion on the field or like equip spells, you can get a decent chunk of damage into your opponent and ultimately win in like 2 to 3 turns, depending if you like clear your opponent's back row or not, or if they have like Gores or Trag or like any hand traps like that. That'd be a problem. But the monsters, I say, to start your plays, you need this. Like if you don't have Scopin, or if you don't have Self-On, or one of those Baradins, you're pretty much just gonna have to top deck until you get those monsters. And ultimately you win. One of your main win conditions is getting out a Power Tool Dragon and making it really beefy and stuff with the 6 equip spells that I run. So I run 17 monsters, and now I'm moving on to the spells and traps. Sorry about that. So 3 MST. I like 3 because back row hate. And the 1 spells: Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm, Book of Moon, 1-for-1, Mind Control, Limiter Removal, and Scapegoat. These are just pretty much like staple for synchro decks, like 1-for-1, Scapegoat, and Limiter Removal is really good for like going for game and stuff. And I run 2 Junk Box. It's a Monster Reborn for Morphtronic monsters. It's really good, but they're destroyed during the end phase, which kind of sucks. But next is the equip tools: Double Tool C and D. What it does is equip it to a level 4 Morphtronic monster or Power Tool Dragon, and that monster gains 1000 attack on your turn. Also, during your turn, if it attacks, the effects of the attack target is negated during the battle phase, which means it stops like cards like Raiko and Night Assailant, and I think Lin too, but I have to check on that. But yeah, it's a really good card. And also, when it's your opponent's turn, your opponent cannot select another attack target as that has the card that's equipped to this. So let's say like if you have 3 monsters on the field, you have a Power Tool Dragon, and you have a Double Tool C and D equipped to it, they have to attack the Power Tool Dragon if they want to attack. They don't necessarily have to attack, but that just makes the card really good. Next is United We Stand, probably one of the best equipped spells ever. You know, it's just pretty standard, gains 800 attack for every face-up monster you control. Really good stuff. So, now for traps. 1 Judgment, 1 Warning. Pretty self-explanatory. I don't see why you wouldn't run it in any deck. 2 Fiendish Chain. One of my favorite cards. Like, this card is really good. It shuts down a lot of cards, slows your opponent down so much, and it's just overall a really good card. And last is 1 Huge Revolution. In this deck specifically, I prefer Huge Revolution because I can actually make Stardust Dragon. I mean, I just have to do Scopin, level 4, and a Self-On. And I feel like I don't want to Starlight Road and lose my Stardust where I could properly summon it and actually get to use its effect. Unlike Starlight Road, you can only use it once and you wouldn't get it back on the end phase. Plus, Huge Revolution is a counter trap, so the only way to negate it would be Solemn Judgment. And I'm sure your opponent is not going to Judgment your Huge Revolution unless they're like desperate. So, forgot to tell you, this is 17 monsters, 18 traps, and 5 traps. So let me clean this up. If you're wondering, I hurt my wrist because I fell on it, and it kind of sucks. But, okay. Now for the extra deck. So we do 1 Scrap Dragon. Scrap Dragon's pretty good. I mean, it's 28, and you could tribute 1 monster you control, destroy a card on the field. So yeah, that's play it. It's pretty good. 1 Violon Espelon, or whatever how you say. I don't know how you say it. But what it does is it's the equipped cards equipped to it cannot be targeted by cards or effects. Sorry. And once returning, you can send 1 equipped card you control or equipped to this card to target 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard or opponent's side of the field and destroy the target. Jeez, I cannot read. But this card is very good. You just like, I don't know, you just like pop monsters and stuff. It's pretty good. And it's 28. 1 Thought Ruler, just more like generic 8. This one's really good. I don't think I have to explain it. It's 27. 1 Stardust, really good. Negates the the cards being destroyed on your side of the field. Excuse me. 1 Violon Sigma. When this card declares an attack, if it's the only monster you control, you can equip 1 equip spell from your deck to this face-up card. Basically, it's kind of like, how do I explain this? I don't know why I run it. I mean, I thought it'd be good, but it's not really that good. But it's just in there because it's 7. I'm still kind of playtesting the deck, so yeah. If you have any suggestions for like level 7s besides Black Rose, because I've yet to get one, just like leave them in the comments below. 1 Violon Delta. When it's in defense position, you can add in the end phase of your turn. You can add 1 equip spell to your hand, which is pretty good. 1 Ancient Sacred Wyvern. This card's really good. It's like another one of your win conditions. It can win you games. It's won me games before. And lastly, probably my favorite, Synchro 3 Power Tool Dragon. Once per turn, you can, in your main phase, you can add an equip spell to your hand, and if this card be destroyed, you can just destroy 1 of your equip spells equipped to it. So that's the Synchros, and for the Exceeds, 1 Poplar, 1 Cowboy, 1 Tempo, and 1 Zen Mains. I mean, this is just, like, the Cowboy is just for stuff that's big. Zen Mains is good. Tempo, because it's good. And Popular because it's good. So, that's the extra deck. I don't really have a side deck because, yeah. But overall, I really like the deck. And so, yeah, thank you.